Hello everyone, good afternoon. So my name is Muhammad Azhar. I am Associate Head of Applied Data Science Department. And today I'll discuss about empowering the future workforce, Applied Data Science, Hong Kong Shuyan University. So basically, I'll discuss about Bachelors of Science with honors in Applied Data Science. So we have a JUPAS code JSSY02. Okay, so this one is about, first I'll discuss about what is my program and why you have to take this. Okay, so in this, if you can see, our program, this program is mode of study is English. Okay, so, and it's a full-time program, 4 years, and you can also enter second or third year in our program. That is called second year entry or third year entry. And to equip students with cross-disciplinary skills to interpret and communicate large volumes of data, enabling data-driven decision-making and problem-solving. So these are some specific program aims which we will discuss here. So the second one is we have to equip students with the state-of-art skills and knowledge in the use of big data to offer predictions and more informed business decisions. And the third one is like nurture a distinct type of data science talent to explore how knowledge is embedded in the domain of digital humanities or data science. So if I explain this whole things to you, so basically you can see we have data science, and data science is the combination of computer science, machine learning, statistics, and traditional research, domain expertise, and business analytics. So if you see here, so basically what is data science? So there are two parts of this. One is data, one is science. So data can be of different types. For example, data can be in form of images, it can be in form of videos, it can be in form of text, it can be in form of like maybe the tabular data. So if we divide the data into different types, so data can be in structured format, like for example tabular data in rows and columns, and the data can be in unstructured form. Unstructured form is like maybe it can be in form of images, it can be in form of text, like for example books are there, or for example it can be like you can see sentiment analysis we want to do, so we can have feedback data, or for example comments in the YouTube videos. So we have that kind of data. So if we have that kind of data, what we have to do? We have to apply some science there to get the knowledge from that data. So what is science? So basically we have to apply different algorithms, we have to apply different analysis we have to do with that data, we have to apply AI model there and to get the knowledge of that data. So what are the fields there? Basically we have the computer science. Computer science is like we have to learn programming in this course, like we have the course programming solving as problem solving, like computer programming as problem solving. Then we have introduction to database course, that is like how to save the data, how to retrieve the data. So this is like the second part. So next we have the machine learning part. Machine learning is like the combination, or you can say the mixture of AI models. So it's about like we have different algorithms. So if you know what is AI in layman term, for example, if you want to recognize a face, if you want to drive automated car without driver, and if for example you want to predict something, like you want to forecast weather, if you want to do something like you want to you can say the predicting of the stock price. So all these things are basically, you can say that this is like the AI part. So if the machine can do that, you can see machine learning is like the machine is in learning form, or you can say machine can do something better and it have some AI in that. So whatever the thing with human can do, for example I can compute something, I can predict something, or for example we can recognize a face, we can recognize a voice. So all these things are, for example you want to drive a car, so if human can do that, so in the similar way if a machine can also do that, you can say that is the artificially intelligent machine. So whatever the algorithms you use in AI, that is actually, it's the bunch of algorithms are called machine learning. So actually in layman terms, we teach machine to learn something automatically. That is actually, it's called machine learning. Then third one, we have the statistics. So that's related to mathematics. For example, we have different courses are there in that, like linear algebra is there, calculus and linear algebra, probability and statistics. So these courses are also very important to learn data science. Then we have, for example, domain expertise. For example, we have data in different forms. So which industry you will go. For example, if you want to go to some hospital and you want to use that data to predict something. For example, you want to know that the person have cancer, the person have tumor or not, or you want to know, for example, that person have a specific disease or not. So all these things are actually you have to learn the domain first. So domain expertise are must. In the similar way, if you want to work in banking, so in that case, you have to know the accounting, you have to know the financial data, you have to know what kind of prediction we can do. So in the same way, you have to must have the domain expertise. Then we have the business analytics, how business run, how to analyze the business, what are the SOTA method, for example, the strength. Then so all these things you have to learn in data science also. So you can see that this data science is basically the combination of computer science, machine learning, statistics, traditional research, domain expertise, business analytics. So these all things matter, and you will learn the different knowledge from these kind of different fields. Okay, so in the similar way, if you see like what you will learn if, for example, you take admission in this course. So you will learn in first year like introduction to data science. You have to learn what is data science. Then you will learn about probability and statistics. So of course, stats are very important to do data analytics. So for example, if you have data, you have to know the basic statistics. So this one is like the statistics. It can be the descriptive statistics, it can be the inferential statistics. So basically you have to describe the data, and the second way you have to generalize the data, and you have to generalize some decision making power. So that you will learn in this course. Then we have Python for data science. In that course, Python for data science, you are learning Python for data science. Specifically, you will learn different libraries like NumPy, Pandas, how to visualize the data, how to clean the data, how to load the data, how to save the data. So these are the things you will learn in this course. Then we have principles of marketing, that's from business department, and you will learn about business analytics. After that, these are some general courses, or like you can say the core courses, which you must have to take. That is related to Chinese language courses, English language courses, these are here. Then we have the general education requirement. For example, you want to learn about metaverse, trends and application. Then you have predict human behavior with big data, like how you have to predict the human behavior based on the data. Then we have writing your first apps using Python. So you will learn Python in that. Then we have like smart cities, network. So these are different courses, and at the end, you will also go through the free elective requirements. So free elective requirements are like, if for example you like humanities, if for example you like history, so whatever you like, you can take some courses from other departments. So in the similar way, the second year, you will learn digital humanities, introduction to database system. So you can see some courses are related to social science or digital humanities, because we are liberal arts university. So you have to go through these courses, and you will learn how can you change the, for example, you have the artifacts, you have some delicate data, and you don't have to touch the data or some artifact. So you can convert into digital form, and then more people can use that. So how you will do that? You will go through the digital humanities course. Then we have the introduction to database course. In that course, you will learn how you have to clean the data. I mean, you will learn about SQL and different tools to save the data, to retrieve the data. So you will go through that. And then after that, we will have computer programming and problem solving. Like you will learn how to program, how to solve a problem. For example, a customer come to you and he give you some problem, and she want to make a software. How to make a software, how to solve a problem, how to convert the requirements into design and design into code. So you will learn all these parts into computer programming, and how to solve the problem you will learn. Then we have to introduction to data visualization. So you will also learn how to visualize the data in this course. Then we have calculus and linear algebra. that's again from mathematics, and because we have the data and you have to, when you have to process the data, so that course are also very important. Then again we have, as I told you, some language requirements and general education course and free elective courses are there in second year. Then we have the third year, like research methods and data analytics, introduction to data mining, like we have the raw data and how to convert that raw data into some knowledge form. Like for example, you want to predict something, and in that case you have to mine the data first. Then we have social media data analytics. Social media data analytics is like you have to, on social media we have a lot of data. Can we learn something to we have to analyze the data to get the knowledge from the data, like what people are thinking, what are the sentiments about a specific topic. For example, people are liking Trump's policies or not. So in this way you can use this data analytics course. Then the important one is like professional internship. After completing 3 years, you can have, like, you have to go to industry and you have to do internship. That is another course which is very important for you. Like you have to complete and you have to pass the internship before starting year 4. And in the other way, like we also have some other courses. Then we have elective courses are there. You can see that, for example, big data, what is big data, how big data work, that is important. Then we have computational thinking is there. Then we have R language is another language which you can learn. So you can see we have different kind of courses there. Then year 4, it also have like machine learning. Machine learning is very important course for you. Like you can, that's as I told you, so it's related to AI. What are the algorithms in AI and how they are working, how they are predicting something, how you can classify, for example, if an email is spam or not, what will be the weather tomorrow. So these kind of algorithms, what different algorithms you will learn. Then we have data science ethics there. Like you have to see like how you have to ethically use the data, how you have to work, how to have to take part in data science field. And then we have the cloud computing, and then we have the capstone project. The capstone project is also very important. Like whatever you learn in first 3 years, you have to apply that in the year 4. And in that case, you will have that project which you can showcase, which you can demonstrate to the industry when you go to some company, and you can show that what you have done. So that is also very important project which you have to do. In the similar way, you can also do bioinformatics, deep learning. Deep learning is, even though it's an elective course, but that's very important course. In this, you can learn generative AI things, how actually transformer work, how actually the LLM work. You can also go through these deep learning things. So you can see that this is the whole curriculum in our program, and you can see a student who want to pass, he must have to complete 125 credits. And these credits, the major are, like you can say, about 45% or 47% are from major core. You must have to take those courses. In addition to this, you have to complete the capstone project, you have to complete the internship, you have to take some language courses and also the electives there. So you can see our program is very diverse in that, and you will learn a lot of things. You will actually learn, if you have data, how you can convert that data into knowledge, how you can predict something, how you can classify. So these things you will learn in this course. So I already discussed with you like professional internship and capstone project, that is related to industry. You will work with the industry and the industry partners, and then you will complete your project, and you will also complete this one like professional internship, and you will work with industry actually like in like three months you will work there, and then after that you have to get the pass from that specific company. And after that, this is so you can see like we also have these kind of different things are there, the features are there, like professional work integration, integrated learning is there. Like you will work with the professionals and you will learn what's going on in industry. And after that, we also have multi-laboratory learning system. We have 4 laboratories, majorly 4 laboratories, which is related to like data science. For example, we have VR lab, you will learn about virtual reality things. Then we have the big data lab. Big data lab, you will learn if you have like a lot of data, in that case, how you have to use that data, how you have to convert that data into knowledge. You can use that data. You can use that laboratory. Then we have the social robotics lab is there, where we learn about robotics. And then fourth one, a newly established laboratory which is called game laboratory is there. So then we have the international regional attachment and networks. So you will also make a network with the region, with the industry. Like for example, few days ago there was a person from Google. He came. He was a senior scientist, senior data scientist. So you will also get people from NVIDIA, from Google. So they will come here and they will also give you the talk, and you can make connection with those people. Then we have the academic advising. For example, if you have any problem during these 4 years, you can come to me, you can come to other teachers. They will also advise you. They will be work as advisor, and they will solve your academic problem. For example, if you want to know about future, about whatever the prospects are there, you can come to us and you can also learn on that. And what kind of courses you want to take, how, for example, if you face any problem, you can also go through that. Then we have the career prospects. So here I gave you the detail. So you can see after graduating from this course, you can be a data analyst, you can be a data scientist, you can be a data statistician, data analytics consultant, machine learning scientist. So there are different fields are there. Like for example, operation analyst, transportation logistics specialist, data visualization developer, audience insight analyst, quantitative analyst, digital marketing manager, project manager, business intelligence professional, market researcher. So you can see that you can be in various fields. You can work that after completing or after graduating from this BSc ADS program. So this is our big data lab, and you can see like we will have different classes in this lab, and you can use this high-tech computer. There is also a server room there where you can actually this is related to IBM, and CP4D is there. You can also use Watson X and you can work on that. In addition to this, of course, you can work on Google Colab, like Google and Microsoft and Amazon, different technologies to work with that. Then we are also the partner of Huawei. So Huawei, Hong Kong Shu University joined Huawei ICT Academy in 2024 to establish a strong connection with industry to deliver new technologies to students. We encourage students to develop their talents with practical skills for the AI and ICT industry and community. So this is also, there is a competition with that, and you can take some free courses if you are part of our university, and if you are part of that ADS program, you can also get some free certificate from there. And these are our partners, like from Cisco, AWS, IT Channel, Alibaba Cloud. So there are different companies. They are they're partner of our department, and they are working with us in different perspective. Okay, and then we have the then if you wanna follow us, so these are our social media accounts, like official web page is there. You can also scan the QR code. The Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel are there. You can scan and you can also follow us. So these are different labs. So these are on 5th floor of research complex. So after that you can go there, and you can maybe any student helper or guys can help you if you want to go there and you want to check the facilities there. Okay, so big data lab is there, VR lab is there. You can also go through and you can check like game development lab, social robotics lab. So these are different labs are there. Okay, thank you so much. So if you have any question, you may ask. So this is the QR code which you can scan, and you can ask any kind of question related to AI or our department. Thank you so much.